It's the final game day for Group B in the Basketball Champions League. And tonight's two teams here this evening hope to continue their season in Europe. It's Chalon against Gaziantep. Neither side able to progress beyond into the latter stages of the Basketball Champions League. But who knows, a FIBA Europe Cup place potentially awaiting, in particular, Chalon. And the fans have turned out in good numbers to see whether their teams can produce a kickstart to the run-in, if you like, to the end of the season. Good evening to you wherever you are around the world, and we hope for something special from this game. As you can see, all the rest of the games, it's going to be that sort of night you want to keep across everything here at livebasketball.tv. Ludwigsburg against Orlandina, Neptunus against Tenerife, Ventspils against PAOK as well. And all sorts of fun and games going on elsewhere. Group C also being decided too. So don't go anywhere. It promises to be quite a night in the Basketball Champions League, which has really come to life this season. Here are the standings. And as you can see, Chalon, well, they can finish fifth if they win tonight, while Ventspils beat PAOK. As for Gaziantep, well, they can finish sixth if they beat Chalon by 6 points or more. Not an awful lot riding on it, you might think, but given these two teams with fine histories over recent years, in particular Chalon, the French champions of the last two seasons, currently bottom on the standings in Pro A. As are Gaziantep, they've got to shake things up, and maybe tonight is the night in front of the passionate home crowd that you can hear already in Le Colisée. Well, let's take a look at the Gaziantep team in particular first, and look out for Lithuanian. Well, that's Freimanis, Erjus, point guard, 37 years young, still going, as is Balasic in the power forward position. And you've got to hope that Gaziantep can pick up some form here tonight. Certainly hasn't been a campaign that they will look back on with fondness. Son of Jean Denis Choulet. Here's the Chalon team. Look out for the presence inside of Kamara with 14 on his back. Nate Walters, once of the Utah Jazz. He's played just one game in the Basketball Champions League so far, but got 13 points in it, and of course some very familiar names in that lineup. And Gaziantep certainly have a point to prove over the next hour and a half as they're introduced to the home fans. They've lost the last 5 domestically, and whilst they've picked up 2 wins out of the last 3, defeat at Ludwigsburg last time out in the Basketball Champions League, all but confirming their exit of this competition. But who knows what might happen over the next hour and a half or so. Time for the home fans to acclaim their heroes. Such a good record in both domestically and in Europe in the last couple of seasons. Reached the Final Four in the FIBA Europe Cup last 2 seasons running. Starting to see their domestic record right now, 6 from 13. But they have won the last 2, including a win over another French champion, one of the great teams, Nanterre, in France right now. And here they come. Look out for Jeremy and Zuli, Pierre-Antoine Gillet, James Farr has certainly made his presence felt since arriving This is third season since graduating from Xavier's senior year. Showed a real rebounding presence. Was third in the Big East Conference that particular year. And there's Walters. Look out for him later on as he tries to impress his new employers. And the coaches greet each other in good order, as do the players. And only right that they do so. It's like old friends in the on the centre of the court there. As Framanis, such a talent at 6'10", now 30 years of age. And as the final preparations are completed, you'll see, I'm sure, the three key players for Gaziantep. Armand, Sean Armand with one on his back, the Brooklyn boy. Victor Rudd too, and Robert Carter inside, the former Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket, and Maryland Terrapin inside, down his third season, once NBA Summer League player. And so too Patrick Miller as well, averaging 15 points per game in the Basketball Champions League, as we see our three officials for this evening. Two from Latvia and one from Spain. Miller outscoring everybody at the moment for Gaziantep, 15 points per game, as I say. Armand 13, Victor Rudd just behind him, and Carter 11.5, but of course they need his rebounding skills as well, 7.2 rebounds per game. And Miller, Armand and Carter, all part of the starting five tonight. So too is Orhan Hasiyawa in the 4 position. And they're certainly going for power in the front court there, aren't they? Hasiyawa 6'7", Carter 6'9". And there's the head coach, Nene Markovic. And his opposite number. Just a brief look of Jean-Denis Choulet. And interesting to see that Walters has superseded Lance Harris in the point guard position. And Zuli, Jelabali amongst the rest of the starting five, as you saw. And there is Choulet giving the final instructions. Expecting to see Babacar Nias on the Chalon lineup, one of the more highly rated players in France, just 17 years of age, come through the Chalon system. And certainly they're ready to go tonight, as are these fans. Wonderful atmosphere inside the arena, so much colour. How good is it to see the travelling fans make their way from Turkey? They've had their issues, Gaziantep, in recent years, financial issues, but they've certainly made an impression since they established themselves over a decade ago. Ready to go then in Chalon. Chalon in white, but it's Gaziantep with the first possession. And straight to the basket. And straight into action in that first possession. And here's Chalon with an early opportunity through Nzuli. Walters looking to carve something out, but it's blocked early on by Gaziantep. And the Turkish team will take it forward. Armand on the arc. Back to Armand. He's going to try and drive it himself, but there's a foul called on Chalon, and you'll see the replay pretty straightforward as well. Just couldn't quite resist the temptation there. Could Mikhail Jalabal. And all sorts of action early on. Watch this as Armand. Oh, that's really, really poor, isn't it? Not a hope for Miller to get onto that. Here come Chalon once again, off the rim. And Gaziantep ball. Miller looking at his options, drives down the lane, back out. Armand tries to slip a very cute pass to Miller, but Walters is in there. Armand drives to the basket, and finally we have some points on the board. Took a while for both teams to get going, but nothing whatsoever that Nzuli could do for that one. Straight up the other end of the court. Walters over the top to Jalabal. Back to Walters. No good. And 14 seconds remaining for Chalon to do something with this possession. Very quiet start to this game, as perhaps you might expect in the circumstances. And foul called on Miller for Gaziantep. Walters trying the pick and roll. No real success on that occasion, but he's back at the centre of events here as Chalon knock it down from downtown. Terrific stuff from Nzuli. Confident play. Armand. Oh, steps inside, wonderful vision, and the athleticism to let that ball do the talking. Walters. Nzuli with the option, tries to pick and roll once again, but pull pass, and away comes Armand. He's going to enjoy this finish. Simple layup. And it's the Turks who take an early lead. Read it superbly. Walters. Nzuli back to Walters. Oh, lovely vision. And how cool was that finish? Nzuli on the end of an absolute dish. 5 points early on for him as well. Carter with the finish there for Gaziantep. They lead by 3 early on. Walters. Back out to the corner, and Chalon making some game of this early on. Not a problem in the slightest for Far. And that's pretty special as well. Here's Miller. Comes off the rim. And away comes Walters. Far looks at his options. And Zuli for three, way back. Off the rim. And here's Armand going all by himself. That's stolen by Zuli, who's going to try and do it all himself. Stolen himself. Lots of turnovers. Looks as if this is going to be fast and open. And Zuli once more for Chalon. Doesn't quite know where everybody is right now. Far for three. Walters with the rebound. And Zuli this time tries from downtown. Nobody can find the swish just at the moment. And there finally. And Zuli puts an end to Chalon's misery. But they lead by 2. Good to hear their home fans right in this from very early on. Armand. Looks like a good battle against Zuli, but what a pass that was. Sadly for Gaziantep, they just couldn't finish it. Here's a Gelabal. Doesn't finish it, despite Far's slam. The officials have called a halt. Foul called on Gaziantep. Armand looking like the innocent choir boy. And the first change made by Gaziantep. There's the foul. Balisic, the man responsible, his first. Romanis into the game, as you saw. Walters. All sorts of vision to pick out. And Zuli, oh, what a play! And great block. That's not a bad foul to give in the circumstances. Strong there from Hasiawa. His first. Got to see where Chalon can take this game. They've been struggling domestically. Finally, 1 from 2 from Kamara. And into the game comes Bukachu. Armand for Gaziantep. 3 points down. 4:17 to play in the opener. Again, so much responsibility taken by himself. But what about that for a play? It was Miller. Drove down past from Arnis. Some play from Nzuli to bring that all to a halt. Shulek calling for some calm, calling for some common sense as we see both free throws knocked down by Miller. Chalon certainly dominating the ball at the moment. There's a shove coming from Anis, who gets the foul. Bukishu doing his best in the low post to work his way through. That's going to be some physical battle. And out sets. Another Gaziantep player. Not particularly effective from downtown from Gillet, who's entered proceedings. Armand, certainly low percentages from three-point range right now. Miller. Carter unable to convert, but Fravanis will try and help him out. But the foul was called. Another turnover from Gaziantep, who are making a bit of a habit of this. Dorsey. From downtown. Lance Harris unable to make things happen there from Arnis. Lots of rotation from these teams already tonight. Not entirely surprising. From Arnis, or has to do it himself, and eventually the ball does the decent thing. It's all very physical under there with Dorsey ending up on the floor. Carter in there hard, so too Fravanis. You won't get through there, my friend. Fravanis, with the help of a couple of bounces off the rim, showing him how it should be done. Tied at 11 then. 2:27 left in the first. Carter eventually finds Armand. From Arnis, from deep, off the rim. And Dorsey will come away. That could be useful. Oh, it certainly is. Harris connecting. As you would expect from him, 10.2 points per game in the Basketball Champions League. Carter. Miller for three. Still Gaziantep unable to convert from downtown. Or get another go here. Romanis. Looks as if Chalon a little unlucky there. Let's see what can happen here. Ogutz finds Miller. But the officials don't like something happening there. Let's see what calls their concern. Fravanis was certainly involved once again. Pino, the man called on the foul. Here is the big once more. Gets the rebound, and a crucial one. Carter finishes off the job and keeps Gaziantep to within a point. Dorsey brings some pace into proceedings. Gillet. Pino. Oh, half blocked by Fravanis. It's certainly going to be something that Chalon have to try and take on, and it helps that Carter is there, trying to force his way through, even though the ball couldn't find the hoop. Gillet for three. No good on that occasion, but Pino picks it up. Dorsey. Time beginning to run out in the opener. Bukishu. against Freemanis. That's going to be fun to watch tonight, and this time it's the Belgian international who delivers. Three points in it. This almost certainly the last possession of the quarter. Shooting far from efficient so far, certainly from the Chalon point of view. Better from Gaziantep, although inside has been where they've gone most, and that will mean the opening quarter comes to an end. 3 points in it, not the highest quality that you've ever seen. But both sides shaking off the cobwebs. And we'll see if they can produce something better. Look at the stats for you. Pretty even battle inside. Either Gaziantep with more opportunities. The difference perhaps Chalon 25% for three-point range. Let's listen to Coach Shule. Well, we won't be able to do that, but Armand has certainly got himself involved.
Also, it's going to work.
As has Jeremy and Zuli.
Let's work on those plays here, okay? One down, three turn, four side. We can have high-low. And if you want two,
Shelabal
the one you want, about two.
with the pull pass. Armand finished off with a simple layup. Volta's terrific pass finding that man and Zuli. Well, there you see what the players go through. Lance Harris pushing his way through the pain barrier, has a chance for a joke with his opposite number on the Gaziantep ranks. That's Irok and Cinco. Chalon get the second underway, albeit not in the fashion that the officials would like. Well, there's a push already. Foul called virtually instantaneously. Gaziantep will pick it up. Bayram at point. Freemanis. Going to be around to floats it up. Can't get the drop, and it's Bugishu who has the rebound. Dorsey. Oh, just couldn't find the space down the lane. And Chalon have got to be a bit less predictable than that, you would think. Bayram comes off the foot of Harris. Coach Markovic certainly not happy with something. Makes the change. Armand has Harris in his face. Oh, wonderful pass. Superb from Sean Armand. What a play. 1 point ball game. 8:50 remaining in the half. Pino over the top. Can't find Bukashu, and Armand will come away with it. Into the corner it goes. Gaziantep looking to get some sort of penetration from outside. Just had no real opportunities. Here's Dorsey looking to just hold things up, which, given his efforts down the lane so far, probably the right option. Pinot. Gillet. Goes himself. Oh, just rolls out. Into the corner it goes. And no way that Armand is going to get through that particular wall. Arthur Rosenfeld stepping into the game. See what the Chalon guard can do, straight into the action there. Ogutz finds Armand, floats it up. That was super effort, but all to no avail in the end. And finished off almost by Pinot. Here's Gaziantep from Arnis. Over the top, oh, superb. And out of bounds as well, so the chance goes a-begging. Bayram almost causing so much pain for Coach Markovic on the sidelines there. Here's Gillet for Chalon. Rosenfeld for three. That's better. Life in this game just yet. Bayram. Ogutz. Rosenfeld in there quickly, but that's quick feet from Ogutz to draw the foul. That'll be his first. Wonderful pace. Here is Ogutz once again. Armand, trying from distance himself. Doesn't quite work for him, and away come Chalon. Harris. Looking for the screen from Arnis. Beg your pardon from Arnis in defence, but off the rim once again, this time from Harris. From Arnis looking for a call, but I suspect he's not going to come. Off the rim there, and clearly being held back by from Arnis is Vakishu. Gillet, Harris, Rosenfeld. From Pinot, back to Gillet. Oh, that's sublime. Just knocked down with that, dare I say, French Elan. Timeout called as well. They lead by 7. Just made it look so easy, didn't it?
We got open shot. On va finir par les mettre dedans. Hey, Arthur, 4 flashs, ça marche.
Coach Markovic with something to say. Let's see what he says.
Pour revenir, c'est un peu compliqué. Continue comme ça. Let's go, on a un petit peu l'open shot, shoot the open shot. Okay. Hey, be aggressive. 2 on 2 pick and roll, fine. Okay. Roule vite.
Well, the instructions pretty clear from Coach Chule there. And he's certainly the happier, judging by the body language between the other two coaches. Coach Markovic certainly not in a mood to mess around, and Lance Harris definitely in pain, the boy from Columbia, Missouri. And He seems to have got his issues out in the open now. How will his players respond? 7-point game, 6:21 to play in the half. And at the moment, it's looking like Chalon could finish fifth, depending on how Pout get on against Ventspils. More on that in a moment. Here's Armand for Gaziantep. Miller, but turnover once again from Gaziantep, and Pino will punish them. Foul called. Balasic doesn't like it. The officials don't really care. Given away originally by Balasic. Pino there. And he might have kept his arms down, but certainly the officials thought he'd got their second. Technical call as well, as you can see. Two extra points. And Coach Shuley hasn't spotted it. But it is a technical. And it's an 8-point game. Beg your pardon, 11-point game now. Shuley. Just 1 from 4 from shooting for him, and Rosenfeld now 1 from 2. Miller, oh, beautiful. Eight-point game, and it's beginning to heat up. How about that from Pino? Bastian Pino in fine form already, it would seem. Here's Armand, who's looking sharp too. Oh, what a plater from Arnis. Back out it goes. Hasieva can't connect, but Fremanis tries to do the tidying up. Rebound, battled back by Bukashu, and he's somehow kept the ball in bounds. Well, that's terrific work from the Belgian. Rosenfeld gets it back. Pino to Bukashu. Gillet, quick movement. Oh, well held by Rosenfeld. And it goes over the basket, and it'll be Gaziantep ball, who needs something in the running to half-time. Sean Armand needs to provoke something. Hasieva. Well, what about that from Pace? And that's some finish from Fremanis. Ogut with a pace. Simple layup in the end, but all created by Ogut. Kamara stepping back into the game with Chalon down at 9, and the Latvian has worked very hard out there for his team. Chalon ball, but Fremanis just the 4 points, but he's got 5 rebounds already. Harris, Pino, Rosenfeld, Kamara trying to help him with the pick and roll. Here's Harris for 3. Oh, that is just perfect. Perfect outside shooting. Had the time, had the space, and didn't he exploit it? Lance Harris starting to warm up. What about Ogun? Oh, that's strong from Rosenfeld. Looks back as if butter wouldn't melt. But it's clearly his foul. His second, as you can see. Ogut. Miller. Pino paying close attention, but he drifts past him as if he's not there. And what about that from mid-range? Very efficient play from Patrick Miller. And immediately another turnover. Armand inside. Oh, wonderful. Gaziantep sends the plaudits back. And what about this now? Back down to an 8-point margin. Pino to Kamara. Kamara strong, but just won't drop for him. And away comes Miller. Almost has it stripped. Can't put the finish away. And Harris will be called for the foul. Gaziantep, remember, if they beat Chalon, they will have to do it by 6 points or more if they want to finish sixth. Chalon looking to see how Ventspils are getting on against Pauk as we watch Miller from the strike. If Chalon beat Gaziantep and Ventspils beat Pauk, they'll finish fifth. At the moment, Pauk very much in the ascendancy there. They lead 36-23, 5:17 to play in the half. And of course, the FIBA Europe Cup place resting on that. Here is Gillet. Certainly Chalon are doing their bit. Here's Harris. Takes it all himself. And when he can float it up like that, well, why don't you? Miller for Gaziantep, off the rim. Harris with the rebound. Bolters. He goes himself. Kamara. His layup not enough. As the hand just reaching in there from Miller. Not too many fouls already, still a foul to give for either team. Kamara, Bolters. That'll be an outrageous three if he gets that. He's nowhere near it, in truth. What about Harris? Off the rim. Kamara in there, so too is Nzuli. Nzuli comes away with it. Tries to go himself, but he takes on at least triple team coverage. Miller over the top. Gaziantep can't get it. What about Sean Armand? Oh, wonderful vision. Gaziantep, though, won't be able to finish the job. Carter does and draws the foul. Kamara at fault in the end. Gaziantep had the first attempt. Carter makes it a triple from the second. Chalon up by 5 then, as we head towards the end of the first half. Gillet. Bolters. Get another go, thanks to Kamara. Harris, oh, steps inside superbly between two players, and that is just a joy to watch. Lance Harris showing what he can do and has done for so many years since his Kansas State days. And we'll take a timeout with Gaziantep down 7. And Coach Markovic might just be about to let off a few more zingers. Watch this again, though. Bolters to Kamara, over the top. Great screen from Kamara, but Bolters distinctly average there. Let's listen into the coach. Well, Coach Markovic with plenty to say. And he certainly made sure that his team got the message. Sean Armand, Patrick Miller. Back to Armand. Fast break coming from Chalon, and Zuli had to hold it up though eventually. Here he is once again, taking on Oga. Carter there as secondary. And it's Carter who picks up the foul. Carter with his third professional club these days. Spent time in Brindisi and Vilnius. And now playing his basketball out of Turkey. And Zuli on the mark eventually then from the line. Armand, Miller. Needs some help from Carter, can't get it. It's stolen by Chalon, and the finish inevitably from Harris. Just fell in Volta's path, and Harris couldn't miss from there. 10-point game. Last possession coming up. Gaziantep will be glad of the break. Armand lays it up for Carter, who's clattered by Kamara. They still have a foul to give. That was strong, I beg your pardon, one too many fouls from Chalon. But Carter can cut this gap, but not with free throw shooting like that. Both missed. And that will bring proceedings to a conclusion at half-time. Margin of 10 for Chalon, who of course need to win tonight to secure a place in the FIBA Europe Cup. And that man, Lance Harris, leading all scorers with 12 points so far. All the hard work being done inside. Gaziantep just 1 from 9 outside. And then the rebounds. Well, pretty even stuff so far, as with steals, assists, showing Chalon much more efficient in their play. And not an awful lot to separate the teams in terms of turnovers. There we are, Harris leading with 12, Sean Armand 9. But the battle of the balls is likely to be the key factor that decides this particular Basketball Champions League game. And remember, keep an eye on all the rest of the games tonight. Issues being decided left, right and centre. You don't want to go too far away from your device, however you're watching proceedings on livebasketball.tv. They're still playing in the first half in the other game of significance to Chalon, incidentally. And it's a 10-point margin there. Pout lead Ventspils by the 46-36 margin. And if that score stays the same, then it will be Chalon's chance gone of a FIBA Europe Cup place. They'll finish in 6th. Well, these are the key moments of the half. Chalon the more efficient, but certainly Gaziantep have had their moments. Sean Armand with the layup. Armand, along with Framanis, probably the best player for Gaziantep. Far hitting from the corner for Chalon. Issue against Framanis has certainly been fun to watch so far. Real battle between those two, isn't it? Two bigs, always one of the most entertaining sights on a basketball court. Armand, well, as long as he gets the ball away, then he's proving a real threat, but he can't take it all on himself. Banasic, the beneficiary there. Lovely slip of the ball, wasn't it? Rosenfeld combining well with Gillet and others. If he gets a moment like he does there, he's certainly got the ability to punish Chalon, punish Gaziantep, I should say. Certainly the quick ball movement from Chalon when they've got it right has been very, very effective indeed. So Chalon looking good for a place in the FIBA Europe Cup. Gaziantep, they win by 6. They can prolong their presence in European competition and keep their season alive after so much woe domestically. Pino drawing the foul from Banasic, much to his frustration. Pino has had a rather decent half of basketball. Nothing particularly flash, you would say, but 7 points out of 10 minutes, 57 on the court. Certainly pretty decent response. Armand, though, has just kept going for Gaziantep. And do rejoin us in a moment or two when we'll bring in the second half of Chalon against Gaziantep, and I'll leave you for a moment with some more of these key moments from the game.
Statistique en faveur de notre équipe, est-ce que tu peux le regarder également? Notre équipe loin devant au niveau de toutes les stats cette première mi-temps.
Moments away then from the second half between Chalon and Gaziantep on game day 14 of the Basketball Champions League, and so much riding on this for Gaziantep, who trail by the 10 points at the break, 39-29. And just to confirm the scenarios in terms of qualification, well, neither of these sides can reach the knockout stages of the Basketball Champions League. But Chalon, well, they can definitely finish 5th or 6th, which puts them in a FIBA Europe Cup position. As it stands, they're finishing 6th. But if Ventspils were to win against PAOK, and currently they're trailing, then Chalon would finish in 5th position. You need both results for that to happen, but 6th, well, that's on course to happen right now. But if they lose to Gaziantep by 6 points or more, then they'll be out of European competition entirely, and it will be Gaziantep who take that 6th spot. So there is plenty riding on this, and with their poor performances over domestic competition for both Chalon and for Gaziantep, then essentially seasons are on the line here, you would think. Look out when we get back underway for the likes of Lance Harris for Chalon. 5 from 8 shooting.
Bring the ball faster in transition.
These are the instructions, though, from the Gaziantep coach, Coach Markovic.
Short drop, ball stay here, short drop. This guy make backdoor. Look for the extra passes, but faster. Faster. Don't play slow motion. Give me to clean.
Let's go. Let's go hard. Let's get the rebound. Let's push the ball, okay? Working off this guy. Working off this, okay? Let's go. Let's go. Team à 3. 1, 2, 3.
Coach Julie eager to have his last word with Nate Walters. Whilst he's not quite had the most spectacular performances so far, he's certainly been at the forefront of everything that Chalon have tried to do well. So we're about to get underway. Chalon in possession then. Zulik, camera far. Chalabal and Walters. Chalabal, who can find Far. Far driving to the low post up against Primanis. Just picked off by Carter. Walters from downtown. Might get a second go in a moment. Miller making sure he doesn't. Here's Nzuli from distance himself. Just an art form, that triple. Miller for Gaziantep. Here's Sean Arman. Carter from Arneson. Cinco on court. Here is Cinco. Off the rim from Arnes. Can't get the rebound. Well, the score adjusted as well. Thanks to Nzuli's three-point jumper. Officials trying to get Hogarth to take his seat rather than stand up. I wasn't entirely sure that was outlawed. Cinco. Miller looking for the pick and roll, but he's not going to get it there. Carter. He's got Kamara in his face. And Miller watches as Carter is awry. Walters, what speed from the goal, but picked off by Carter. And away comes Gaziantep. Armand almost loses it under pressure from Nzuli. Primanis for three. And the Latvian can't connect, and Walters once again with his pace. Real feature so far of the third quarter. Easy layup in the end. Always had the advantage on Primanis there, didn't he? Armand, oh, what a pass that is to Carter. Inside to Miller, who finishes off. Gaziantep's best play so far. Far. Gilabal. Far once again, Walters. Far looking this way and that. Primanis full of intent, but inside to Kamara. And what about that? Nzuli has just made two very, very simple points. Great pass from Far. Armand a little slow in defence. Carter. Spin move, and that's strong under the basket. Chalon with a 13-point advantage, you could say. It's 19. Walters back out to Far, and it's good stuff from Jimmy Far. Pretty useful in rebounding, pretty useful in shooting right now. Primanis, Carter, Cinco. Took well to find Miller there, as he did to find the Latvian. But Primanis can't make it drop. The band playing and heralding Chalon's entry into the FIBA Europe Cup on this evidence. What about that from Carter, though, to pick up from Arnis, and he's on his back. Stole the ball energetically, claimed it back even more so. Fine stuff. Far looking for Kamara, who did well to hold off Carter and draws the foul in the process. Pretty straightforward call to make. Carter having a decent game for Gaziantep at the moment. 9 points, 5 rebounds right now. That's simply enough from Nzuli, who just can't miss right now. Nzuli shooting 5 from 9 right now. Miller back to Carter, and he'll enjoy that slap. Much travelled American, having the odd moments, and he'll enjoy seeing double digits on the box score after the game, as we see a foul called on that man there. Sean Almond. And Nzuli drawing it, his first of the night. Walters. And Nzuli leading a merry dance, but he's got his feet mixed up there. Armand thought about the alley-oop, I think, to Framanis, but Carter call for the travel. And no real arguments there. Yeah, you can see the extra step from our camera on the glass. Walters over the top. Oh, brilliant. And away comes Gaziantep. Miller, he's done ever so well to find the basket from there. Walters was almost inside his vest. He was that tight. And it's a foul called on Chalon here as well. Kamara picks up his third. There's Miller for Gaziantep. Cinco. Miller from Arnis. Armand calling for it, but the Latvian's going to go himself and can't finish the job off. Walters from downtown. Carter with the rebound. Oh, almost stolen by Nzuli. Armand goes himself. Denied by Kamara. Oh, poor pass picked off by Miller. Surely someone's going to score some points. Walters finds Nzuli. Walters, very energetic player. Takes on Carter, back to Gelabal, beautiful. He's starting to open up. Here's Mickey Gelabal, showing the sort of form that earned him a Sonics draft pick all the way back. Here's Carter though for Gaziantep. Cinco from the corner, off the rim. Gelabal with the rebound. Walters and Nzuli back out to Far. Tip back from Kamara. Far at the second attempt off the rim. He's going to get a third bite of the cherry. Finally. Timeout called Gaziantep. And they trail by 19, and Coach Markovic, called into the job just a couple of months ago, has to earn his corn once again. But that was just sheer persistence from Far. Wouldn't be denied. Over the top of two players. Nothing but net. Well, the spin from Miller had Walters in complete knots. And that man looks pretty content with life right now, Jean-Denis Choulet. Coach Markovic, on the other hand, looks as if he's about to concentrate on rather darker thoughts right now. And his players respond to his urgings. Just over 3 minutes to play in the third. Ogut's caught into the game. Carter. Not far for company. Inside out, Ogut picks out Bayram, but Bayram can't beat the buzzer. Wysinko could have taken the responsibility himself, but Bayram had an open shot. Well, such is life for Coach Markovic. Led Tenerife to glory in the Basketball Champions League last season. He's got a tough job on his hands here from the looks of things. Jelabal back out to Bukashu, was blocked, I think. Foul will be called on Gaziantep. Cinco, the man responsible. Let's look at it once again. Yeah, Cinco in a right old battle with Jelabal. Bukashu up against two Gaziantep players. Rosenfeld picked off in the end. Ogut back out. Here's Bayram. Oh, great defense from Jelabal. Cinco draws the foul. It's off Rosenfeld, I believe. But there's no urgency at the moment from the Gaziantep players. And if Chalon take their chances, then they could be even further in front right now. 3 fouls now on Rosenfeld. Bayram, clearly fouled by Bukashu, with barely an attempt to disguise it. Gaziantep certainly one of the higher scoring teams in the Basketball Champions League. They're just about mid-table. They won't be happy with this right now as Carter drains the double. Averaging 66 points a game. Well, they might have to get in motion if they're going to make 66 in this. Minute 20 to play. Rosenfeld back to Far. Can't find the hands of Bukashu. Turnover once more. Ogut is open. Can't miss from there. Gaziantep need more of that. Rosenfeld for Chalon. looking to finish 5th in Group B. Here's Farr with Bayram for company. Bukishu likewise with Carter. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Rosenfeld suddenly finds some space. Here's Nzuli. Carter with the rebound for Gaziantep. Bayram. Into the corner it goes. Cinco tries the alley-oop for Carter. Another turnover. There's been so many of them in this game so far. Jimmy Farr. Oh, great work to pick out Rosenfeld. Once again, another three-point play goes a-begging. Ogert steps past Nzuli, but Nzuli back to steal it, and he's going to float it up at the end of the quarter. All to no avail, and Chalon remain in charge on the home court of Le Colisée. The 14-point advantage. Nzuli, Harris, who's barely had a moment in that third quarter, but still inside, just edging Gaziantep, but outside is where they're making their presence felt, but getting, as you can see, a lot more shots.
Et move the ball quick. Si tu l'as en poste bas ici, ne ressort pas là. Trop difficile, trop petit. Ressort là. Il faut pas rester là, il va partir. Oui, mais sort là, il est ouvert. Continue, travaille, move the ball, ok? Let's go, guys. Tu vas 3, 1, 2, 3.
Gaziantep with a lot to find in this final quarter. And a real disappointment so far is that Sean Armand hasn't really had any sort of backing in terms of points production. 9 apiece, admittedly, for Armand. Carter's picked up 13, I should say. Miller 9, but not a lot from anyone else. And when you consider that there's no Victor Rudd, of course. Patrick Miller, 15 points. Balasic at 9.3 has barely been seen. From Arnis, 7.5 points per game in the Basketball Champions League. So they need more options here right now. Does Gaziantep and Coach Markovic in particular. As we see another sloppy start from the Turkish team. Ogert gets the screen, back outside. Bayram can't complete. Here's Rosenfeld. Bastien Pinot for Chalon. Lance Harris. Arthur Rosenfeld once again. Back out to Harris for 3. Just rolls out and he's unlucky. Bayram picks out the rebound. Carter over the top, all the way to Bayram for 3. Get the impression Gaziantep needs that sort of physical commitment being shown there. And I don't think Rosenfeld particularly appreciated that. Floated up, and he gets his revenge in exactly the way Coach Shule would want, and picks up the and one as well. 4-point play coming up. Draws the foul from Bayram. And there's a little hint of a smile there about his visage as well. Well, this is what originally did it. That was strong from Rosenfeld. Officials didn't make a call either way. Rosenfeld got his own back. 4-point play. 62-44, Chalon in front. Rosenfeld now doing rather nicely at 7 points, 4 assists. Armand. There is the presence at the low post from Balasic. Once again, Gaziantep shooting, letting them down. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Armand is off the rim. Away comes Pino for Chalon. Harris, Rosenfeld. Again, the scrap continues between Balasic and Bukashu. Rosenfeld steps inside, gets it back to Bukashu. And that is a terrific hook shot. Oh, good. Gaziantep. Oh, what vision to pick out from Arnis at the basket. That's nice. 8 points for the Latvian, who's certainly done his bit. 1 or 2 others, less so. Harris for Chalon. Gillet. Foul called. I think on from Arnis. If it is, that should be his 3rd. He's all over the Belgian international. But this was nice. Harris for 3. Not a problem. Just the 2 points, just his feet just clipping the arc, and Oga is allowed to make all that way. Balasic can't land the triple from the corner though. And that really has been the story of the night. Lance Harris. Oh, what a pass that is! Back of the hand to Bukashu, and he couldn't miss. And look at the smiles. He's loving this, the American. Carter finds from Arnis. They just cannot score right now. Just 2 points in the quarter so far. 6:40 to play. Gillet thought about picking out Harris once again, but it's the Belgian once again against the Latvian, and he's led him a merry dance there as Bukashu, and acknowledges the crowd as well. Chalon playing comfortable, attractive basketball right now. Oh, good. There's Behram. Off the rim once more from Gaziantep. Rosenfeld. This will be fun. Oh. You have to admire the audacity to hit it, what, 2 or 3 feet outside the arc right now. Only shooting 34%, but as you can see, significantly better than the visitors from Turkey, as we see Gillet called for a foul. That's his first. Rosenfeld steps out. He's done well. And Darren Dorsey steps back in. Gillet, well, Rimalis made sure that the officials saw that, didn't they? Oh, good. That's from downtown, almost out of town. Surely he's not going to try from there as well. But pops it up towards Carter. Did well to cover it, but there was there a travel there? He's ended up on his back, and that might be another quick foul for Gillet. .5:30 to play as it stands. Chalon are going to finish 6th, with Pout leading Ventspils in the other key game in Group B, 67-54. Ogutz for Gaziantep. Checks his options once more. 5 seconds on the shot clock to Carter. Off the rim. Rebound Chalon. Chalon will be a noteworthy addition to the FIBA Europe Cup competition they know very well indeed, having reached the Final Four in the last couple of seasons, lost in the final last year. And it may well be a relief from their domestic travails where they have a 6-13 record, but they did win the last two. Oh, that's beautiful. Pino, he's shown he can shoot, the young man. Armand inside to Carter, back out to the corner where Miller's waiting. And once again, Gaziantep fail to score. They have just 2 points so far. To 15 from Chalon. Carter with the rebound. Patrick Miller takes it on. To Carter. Opts to go himself, and he'll enjoy that. Bukashu nowhere near stopping Robert Carter. 15 points to his name. He can hold his head up high. Harris is another man who's had a decent night. Did that come off Carter? No, it came off Bukashu. Gaziantep ball as Framanis comes back in. And stepping out is Banasic. Carter certainly hoping that he got the right decision, and he did. Cinco for Gaziantep. Bayram. Oh, fine pass, finds Framanis in space. Time running out for Gaziantep. As Pino tries again for three, 2 and 2. Looking very confident indeed from outside. And where has that been all night, either from both teams? Carter will look to repeat the feats. Coach Markovic very much on his feet. And Bukashu will make that drop, and the party pieces are coming out. Miller. Almost stolen by Darren Dorsey. Yeah, smiles all round now. Chalon feel they may have done enough. Floated up towards Harris for the alley-oop. But read very well by Carter. Cinco for the layup. 2 more points. Let's see if Chalon can make a third successive Final Four, shall we? In that FIBA Europe Cup position. Bukashu giving Carter a real run around, but away comes Gaziantep, and away goes Framanis for 2 more. Twelve points to the Latvian. And here's Harris for Chalon. Double teamed, and it's the Latvian who actually forces the ball from his hands. Incidentally, the round of 16 for FIBA Europe Cup. Well, that takes place on March the 7th and the 14th. Keep your eyes peeled for that one across livebasketball.tv. Don't forget to go to FIBA.basketball to get all the information, not just on the FIBA Europe Cup, but also on the Basketball Champions League, which will reach another level in the next few weeks as those latter stages begin. Kenny Bayram with just a moment or two given to him by the officials. 1:52 remaining. Bayram back to Miller in the corner. Tries to do all the work himself, but Dorsey is right there. Bastian Pino. Dorsey for three. Oh, it's just so simple when Darren Dorsey can produce shots like that. Bayram. Carter. Bayram. Harris is not making it easy for him. Again, it's off the rim. Are we finally going to see some points for Gaziantep? We will, through Patrick Miller, who gets the M1. Just does enough, doesn't he? And that doubles Gaziantep's tally for the final quarter. And that makes it 5 in all. Last minute, and Jean-Denis Choulet will be very happy indeed with his charges after this. Plenty of rotation. Plenty of opportunities for some to star, including Dorsey. And that's a handy layup. Miller for three. How unlucky is that to roll out in that fashion? It's the Dorsey and Miller show right now. Up against each other as well. Dorsey calling the shots. Bukashu for three. Romanis with the rebound. Last possession coming up, you would think. To the corner where Cinco's waiting. Bukashu, the fast break. Looks like Harris will get the last points of the night, and he'll get them in style too. He's been terrific, Lance Harris. 18 points. And it brings proceedings to a halt. And Chalon complete Group B in the Basketball Champions League with an 85-57 win. Both coaches shake hands. It's Chalon who progressed to the FIBA Europe Cup. And for Gaziantep, their run in European competition is over for another year. Chalon, the victors at Le Colisée. And it's been comfortable for them, you have to say. Margin of 28 points. And overall, they've just simply produced better inside, especially. But the margin of superiority outside shown by those stats. Plenty of points in the end for Gaziantep, but they were very, very poor in that final quarter. In fact, it's been rounded up now. 85-60. Carter with a late three-point play. 85-60. Chalon overcome Gaziantep, and they head to the FIBA Europe Cup. And those fans in red and white know that they still have something to play for this season. Surely there's too much quality in that lineup to stay in the bottom reaches of a Pro A for the next few months. And those fans go home happy, knowing that they can still secure a third successive Final Four place in the FIBA Europe Cup. They've beaten Gaziantep. I can tell you that Paukar still playing against Ventspils. 69-58 they lead, and if that remains the case, then it'll be Chalon in 6 spots. But Gaziantep, I should say, finish in 7th place. And we will see in a moment or two the key moments of the game. But congratulations go to Elan Chalon. And we look forward to seeing them once again in a few weeks' time. But from all of us on the team, for Chalon against Gaziantep, thanks for your company. Keep up to date right across the Basketball Champions League, livebasketball.tv. Plenty of games still being played. Don't miss a thing. And you can follow all the details at livebasketball.tv as well. For myself, Chris Edgerton, and the rest of the team, it's goodbye as we give you the key moments in Chalon's win over Gaziantep.